Welcome to the broadcast. This is a source of information on all things related to commercial appliances. Welcome all of you that are new to commercial and those of you well-versed in this industry of ours. Your host is Mike Reed, a technician who has been in the industry for 32 years, with his beginnings working in his family's appliance business based out of the western suburbs of Chicago. Get ready for a truly interactive broadcast. Have all your questions ready and prepare yourself to truly engage with Mike and discuss ideas on all things related to commercial appliances. Without further delay, here is your host.
Fair use is a legal doctrine that promotes freedom of expression by permitting the unlicensed use of copyright-protected works in certain circumstances. Section 107 of the Copyright Act provides the
Yo, how you guys doing there? This is Mike Reed, and I'd like to welcome you to the broadcast. Make this music a little bit lower. Welcome to the show, and I'd like to introduce to you some integral parts of the commercial appliance business. As always, this is an open door policy. Any questions you have on the business, please feel free to present those questions. I will do my best to address them. Other than that, I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are coming along in the business as you should. I do notice that there's some failure to launch out there. But Max Tax and all the rest of you guys
being involved and being active on his YouTube channel, well, welcome back.
Welcome to the show. Who else we got on here? Max Tax, hold on a second. Let me add in the rest of the show. What I believe I'm going to cover today is I'm going to address one of the questions that was presented to me in the chat. No, it's not me. Kids. Bam. Boom. All right. Adding you as the moderator. All right, cool. That is what I wanted. Hope you guys had a good holiday here. Here, as usual, you need some kind of submersible in Houston because some of the streets got flooded. Actually, on my side of town this time, the streets got flooded. Quite a few. Yo, what's happening? What's going on? Yeah, I'm sorry I'm not able to present on Instagram like I normally do. Untamed Kango, what is the word? Put up some of the videos, the training videos anyway. All right, while I get everything set up. Another question that was presented to me was regarding the training classes. These training classes are only for individuals and for small service companies. The whole purpose of me giving you guys these classes is so that you can learn the equipment. You actually meet with the trainers. You actually meet with people from tech support in these different corporations, and then you get to form a business relationship with these people. That is the whole entirety of this whole thing. It is a situation where, yes, the trainers are teaching you, but they're kind of feeling you out to see if how well you catch on to what they present to you guys in class, how you your general knowledge on the equipment. And it doesn't matter what level you're at, they can. I mean, these guys, the vast majority of these trainers, they've been in the business damn near 30 years. And even the new guys, they're in the business for 10. So they typically feel you guys out to see how things are going with you. And then from there, you get to build a relationship. So that's why each and every one of these, even the ones like Electro-Freeze and the other ones that say McDonald's in-house tech, each and every one of you can be an in-house McDonald's tech. So all you need is for that McDonald's location. All you need is for that McDonald's location to present your service company. No, it's not an audition. It's not an audition because an audition implies that out of the many, only a few. The audition means that they would give a part to one. This is a situation where they kind of feel you out. Like you go to the training class, they're like, oh, okay, this guy, hold on.
This guy gets it.
They're like, okay, this guy is all right. This guy gets it. Even if you are new and learning, if what they're showing you is receptive, if you're able to go over the phone and deal with some of the stuff, or some of the concepts that they're talking about, if you're able to logically follow along with them, they're willing to deal with you. I can't begin to tell you guys how many people want to argue. How many people want to argue with us as the owner of the company? How many people want to argue with tech support? They just call up and start bitching, and then you ask simple questions, right? You say, hey, did you check the gas? Is there even gas coming in? Oh, why the hell would I do that? And blah, blah, blah. And you're like, all right. But, so some people you just can't deal with. And when you find somebody that you could actually deal with, somebody that you could send out to the customer, and that's a decent person, that's actually a rare thing to find nowadays. So that's some of what happens when you go to these training classes. Because there's still some of the old school out there. I'm still part of that, where some of us that's been in the business for, we will cuss out a customer. It don't take much. You just let loose. So, like I said, they're always interested in techs that they could rely on, you know? So that's the thing. Some techs, you'd be surprised at how many techs out there don't follow the basics, right? They refuse to follow the basics. They call up the phone and they expect the person on the other end of the phone to be some kind of magician, all right? So it really does not work that way. And make sure I got everything good. And as the training classes come up, I will update it. So it's not always going to be the same. There's going to be smaller differences, just like I did last year. I'm going to remove the old dates as they expire, and I'm going to add on new ones. This training is going to the video is going to get longer. Just be warned. It's going to get a hell of a lot longer. I try my best to put them in like a order. If you notice, I got like laundry first, and then I'll try to put ovens and deep fryers, then ice machines all in the area, beverage. I'm trying. I lost the original training video, and that I had a nice little formula, and I was replacing stuff, and so now I have to start all over again. But while you guys are watching that video, hold on one second. Let me go over this one again. Let me address one of the questions from the chat. It's crazy because the person that asked the question, I mean, they're on here quite a bit. I don't understand why some of this stuff is a mystery. Yo, what's happening, man? What's happening? Mr. 0781. One of these days, you're going to have to explain that to me. All right, let me drop this. That's a training video. Let me show. And this is, just so you guys know, this is not the first time that I've done this. Looks like I have to do, just like CGA say, I got to, occasionally go over things that I've done before. So the question was, damn, it sounds like it's about to storm again. Question was about pricing and billing and how you do your labor and all that other kind of good stuff. Well, that has already been done for you guys. Let me take myself out of here. So every manufacturer has a list, even if it's not published like this one with Manitowoc. You can ask for it because that's what their tech support is going by. So when you talk to tech support and you say, "Hey man, how long is this thing supposed to take?" or "How long you guys going to pay me? How you going to pay me for this?" They're all working off of a guide. Let me take myself on the screen and make this bigger. So this one is a Manitowockanen. Correct way of saying it is Manitowoc. If you don't believe me, just go on YouTube and look up any Manitowoc, Wisconsin newscast, and you will hear them say the proper enunciation of the Native American word Manitowoc. It's about Manitowoc, Wisconsin. I think it's about 2 hours from Chicago or 3. Anyway, so here it is. So refrigeration components, an evaporator on a Manitowoc. They give you the times right here. Now these are based, like they say, this is based on a single item repair. Then you add a half to an hour additional for each additional repair. Because what they're taking into account is breakdown of the equipment, all that kind of stuff. Now, what's not included in this is extra time in case you have to move other things out of the way. Sometimes you might have an ice machine, and then right next to it, they'll have the combi oven. And so now you got to move the combi oven, but then you might have to disconnect the water from the combi oven. You might have to disconnect the gas line from the combi oven to get it out the way so then you can work on the ice machine. So that is time that you would add. That's not included in any of this. When you're dealing with the factory, they will take account for that. You tell them that's something you got to do, and everybody's well aware of that. So here it is, like solenoid body valve body, 5 to 6 hours for 2, 4 to 5 for 1. Pressure switch, 3 to 5 hours. How many of you guys know that this exists? Put a 1 in the chat if you know that this exists. All right, so firmware update, an hour. Ooh, this is a common one. To change the LCD display on the Manor clock, that's 2 hours. Now that is very generous. Touchpad, 2 hours. Once again, very generous. Now that is typically what they're including in there is they want you to at least run 1 or 2 cycles. So you say, yeah, that's to change a LCD display should only be like 15 minutes. Well, what they want you to do is they want you to run at least 2 batch devices. Some manufacturers want you to run at least 3. So you guys know this thing exists. All right. Water inlet valve, 2 hours. 2 hours on a water inlet valve. Now, why am I showing you this? I'm showing you this because if you go by the factory's numbers, the factory will back up your pricing no matter what. Say, oh man, this guy said it's going to take 2 hours to change a harvest flow. Yeah, they'll say, yeah, that's what it is. Now, your labor rate is going to vary depending on where you are. New York, New Jersey, you're going to have a higher cost, including parking, including additional man, tolls and bridges. You know, Chicago, you're going to have additional fees for parking, that type of thing. You might need an additional person to drive the van around while you go up, all that kind of stuff. Fun times. Now, this is bearing water steel. Now, this is for the nugget machines, 3 hours. So this is just to go ahead and break down the unit and put it in. This isn't everything else that comes with, as I gave the example before. Once you had to take apart that combi oven to get room to take the side walls off and everything, you then got to run the machine, and then you got to put the combi oven back. Then not only do you got to put the combi oven back, you typically have to start the combi oven and then run it to temp to prove to the customer you haven't done anything to their equipment. So those are all things you need to take into account when you're doing your pricing and your labor. This is just very simply, this is management. Let me go to another one. Isomatic labor guide. And you don't have to bother with trying to find these. You can call up or email tech support for any of these manufacturers, and what they will do is they will send it. Some of them, every damn email they send you, there will be a PDF of the labor guide. Every time they send you a dispatch, there'll be a PDF of the labor guide, whether you want the damn thing or not. This is a big one. Under warranty information, and see where the damn labor guide. There it is. Warranty allowances. Boom. Isomatic has 23 freaking pages. Ridiculous. How big their damn warranty guide is. And these warranty guides, they give you the rate on refrigerant and everything else like that. Now, of course, you're going to go based off of the data plate according to how much weight they say you should, how much refrigerant you should rate. But everything is nice and orderly, very easy to find. Go down here, and every manufacturer has this. This is on the hot side as well, not just refrigerators. I'm gonna really press you guys today on questions. So here it is right there when you're doing refrigeration work. So yes, there is recovery. Even if you're going to recover and dispose of the refrigerant, you still charge recovery. There is the $25 miscellaneous that is for vacuum pump oil, that is for rods, that's for the actual gas. So you're going to want to break that, make sure you attach all of these to your charges. All of these things go into your charges. So what they charge is a little low. This is the factory though. It's a little low on this is Isomatic. Once again, you would change the dollar amount and put it appropriately for what you're dealing with. So here it is right here, a fan motor, a simple fan motor. They're saying 2 hours. It's 23. 2 hours for that. Oh, so this is the time right here. Okay. So this is the time. Agitator, they're saying 1 hour and a half. Four is an hour and a half. Yeah, that's the hourly allowance. The GM, that's the nugget machine. Even if it's a broken wire, hour and a half. Hour and a half to go ahead and take care of the broken wire or loose. You got to put a wire back together, put it back on the spade connector. Then you're going to run it and make sure you have enough ice coming through the unit. Even a simple contactor for 2 hours. So these times are very generous. These times are very generous. If you are in a situation where you don't know how long it's going to take, then just tell the customer that you don't know how long it's going to take, and you can just give them your hourly rate. You can then discuss with the customer what dollar amount they would feel comfortable stopping at. And once again, that's all about your business act. It's all about what you negotiate with your customer. So most of the time, it's best to be upfront. Like here's a evaporator barrel assembly for 4 hours. Bearings 2.5. Let's see what I can find on. You guys been enjoying the videos I've been recycling, putting out there for you? No, yes, nah, maybe so. Look at this, even on and off switch, 1 hour. So nothing on here is even like a half an hour. Everything is an hour or more. That's decent. See if I can find any CMA. See if I can find some CMA labor rates. But you can always ask. This is for dishwashers. You can always ask. And yes, they have their tech guides, how to test, the whole nine. I can count on one hand the manufacturers that will not allow you to have tech information. Other than that, the rest of the thousands of manufacturers out there are eager to give you tech information. more than eager. So this week I have to put together, I don't know if some of you guys saw me with a scoping out a CMA dish machine that wants to install. So they harassed the shit out of me. And I got to go ahead, and they wanted me to start today. And then they found out it was holiday. So I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm going to do that tomorrow. Let me see. See if I can find a labor guide. Now, be honest with you, I'm going to block off a good 3 days to put that dishwasher together. So I'm going to have to put together the legs and everything else on that dishwasher. Hook up the water, hook up the drainage, and then I'm going to have to put in another leg of power. Let's see what we got here. All right, have to account for the back and forth to the work truck for the tools you might forget. All right, so with that, what kind of tools would you really need? It is a rare thing to actually have to go back. That's really like a newer guide type of thing. Most of the time, if you're doing something where you're going to need to go back to get some tools and stuff like that, you're probably going to be billing them on an hourly basis. Because if you're going in on something and you know you're going to need your tools, you're just going to bring your tools. Outside of installation, I really don't use very many tools outside of when I do an install job. Now, if you're doing part of the refrigeration system, seal system, you're going to have to go back and forth. You're going to go ahead and need to get your recovery. You're going to need to get your vacuum pump. You're probably going to need a couple of hoses and all of that good stuff. Oh, yeah, some tanks, your recovery tank, then whatever charging tank you're going to use, your torch kit. But, yeah, that's a little different. But when it comes to that, you're already when it's something like that, you're already going to be charging into $1,000+ anyway. So even if it takes you 30, 40 minutes to go back and forth to get your tools and set up for that, that's very easy to put that in there. And realistically, you should be putting that into the charge. You know you got to go get that stuff anyway. Once you're dealing with certain things. If I know I got to go change a pump on the dishwasher, then I know I'm going to have to get a few more tools. If I know I have to do some seal system work on the refrigerator, I know I'm going to get a few more tools, and I'm automatically going to be adding that into the bill anyway. So, I mean, that's not really much of a thing. Let me see here. When you're in Chicago, when you're in New York, when you're in parts of Miami, I mean, you're going to have somebody help you out and come drive back and come bring your stuff because there is nowhere to park. But this CMA doesn't have any labor rate. Hold on, let me see what Jackson got. Is there anything in particular that you guys are looking forward to with training in the coming year, in 2026? What are you guys looking forward to with training? Is it going to be XLT? Is it going to be combi ovens? Is it? Oh, yeah. Oh, contractor said you needed some 410A and had to pick it up. Yeah, 410A. So 410A, they've already 410A, they've already discontinued that. So that's what you see on hold on a second. That's why I've added quite a bit of my apps. What's happening, brother? Oh, multiplex. All right, so you're going to have to talk with the woman over there at Multiplex. Typically, Multiplex has an in-person class in January. They no longer post it, but Multiplex has like a $700 or $800 class at the beginning of every year, and they used to publish it. I believe you still got to go to Wisconsin. I don't know where the hell it is now. Now that Manitowoc has been purchased, because it used to be with the Manitowoc stuff. So you would have to call on over to the Multiplex, talk to her, and she will let you know what's what. So hold on one second. Let me see here. So what I have done is I've started to include a lot of the A2L stuff, a lot of the CO2 training. So that's what a lot of this is. Like this one in Georgia for these walk-ins. It's going to be a lot of. There's another one, the A2L training. So these are not meant for you to travel to them. These are meant for you to go to the ones closest to you. Do not go out of your way to go to these damn classes. Please just go to one that's closest to you. Hold on one second. Make sure I do not run out of power. So yeah, on the Multiplex thing though, there was they still have the Multiplex class. They have it for a lot of in-house technicians, especially for McDonald's and whatnot. Yeah, Hoshizaki. I mean, not Hoshizaki. Zero Zone. So Zero Zone is all booked up. When the new classes come up, you are definitely going to have to book those classes. So definitely set aside that time. You might want to reach out to them in advance and let them know that you're interested, so that they can put your name in line for that. Now Hoshizaki is going to be coming around. You don't have to worry about Hoshizaki. That's a common one. Manitowoc, you don't have to worry about that one. That's going to be a close one. So those are coming around. But Zero Zone is going to be tight this year. Alto Sham is going to be tight this year. And hold on a second. Let me go to Multiplex. Yeah, Micromatic, you don't have to worry about Micromatic being sold out, because Micromatic, they hold those twice a month. So every other month, they hold 2 classes in different parts of the country, and then on the other month, they hold at least 1. So it goes like that. 1 on the East Coast, and then the next month they hold West Coast and the Midwest, and they just cycle off and on like that. So those classes, you really don't have to worry too much about Micromatic. It's just a matter of setting up your schedule. Now, you guys do know AHR is coming up. That is coming up. Hold on, let me see what I got. So AHR, it's not going to mean much to you guys that that are outside of AC. So those of us that are not doing AC, I have never bothered to go, because all the vendors that apply to me, they go to a number of other shows anyway. So I can catch them at those different events. All right, so let me see here. Shit, I forgot what Multiplex. Whoa. Oh, there's my power. All right, so Multiplex Factory School. See? So they are trying to focus on getting the in-house guys for McDonald's. You could be an in-house guy just because they say McDonald's in-house guy. It is whoever that McDonald's manager or that McDonald's franchisor is using as their main service tech. They would then sign off on you. They got to give you the store number and their manager code, and then that would allow you to attend training for Multiplex, factory class for the Carpigiani, factory class for Henny Penny, factory classes and things like that. And I forgot to put Henny Penny on there. So in this section here, they used to have the dates for the Multiplex class. They no longer have it. So you're gonna have to email this right here. And then she's gonna get back to you with the dates. Once again, typically it is January when they have the school. They don't want to announce the dates because they really like to leave this stuff open to cater to McDonald's. So whenever McDonald's has somebody say, "Hey, this is our guy now. We're using Mike Reed Appliance. So when's the next class?" They like to keep that stuff open, and they say, "All right, cool. Here we're having one in November." And it's still a charge though. It's just know it's about, last I checked, it was about $800. Everything that they're going to go over, they actually have these pre-recorded videos. When they have the webcast, these webcasts that I was telling you guys about, this is your opportunity to actually converse with the trainer. Sometimes there's as many as 5 people in a class. Other times, nobody even calls up. And so after a minute or two, they'll ask, "Is anybody there?" And if nobody's there, they will just shut it down. When they have these training classes, you can ask the trainer any questions that you like. Any technical questions, they have no problem helping you out. Oh, look at that. Biloxi, Mississippi. I think I'm going to have to add this one. Off-site training, Biloxi, Mississippi. So they're trying to bring these are not going to be as good as when you actually go to the actual facility and they have all the equipment rigged up and you get to work on those. And then, like I said, Kabiru, that is those Micromatic classes are often. Micromatic is going to be every single month. Oh yeah, the National Restaurant Show. Oh yeah, that already passed. Hold on a second. We go to education and draft system training. So their schedule is already set in stone. So it's all about, so the West is always on the even month. And Northeast and Central is the one that's on the odd month. And they still didn't fix that. So you got a number of different chances to go to the classes. It all depends on which location has the best flight You know, the best call, because sometimes going, hey, going to I think it's downstate Illinois is a yeah. Oh yeah. Going up to the McChesney Park, so that I think you still have to fly into O'Hare Midway and then go all the way over there. So some of the other ones might actually be a better choice. Some of the other ones might be a better choice. And of course, they got the virtual training, all that good stuff. All right, anybody else interested in how you do the hourly? How are you going to charge according to what you think, what your customer is going to need on the repair? Let me see here. I'm spelling this as Convotherm. Now, Convotherm, they have classes in Germany. They have classes in Germany a couple of times a month. So I don't know how serious you guys are about getting trained on the Convotherm. They have classes in the United States, but it's harder to get into the ones in the United States than it is to just be welcomed into the German classes. Let me see if I can. Because sometimes I have to Google it. Sometimes I have to Google the Convotherm, and then I can get, I know what I wanted to do. And then it gives me the German schedule, yeah. Supplier portal. But your best bet is the AltoSham, and AltoSham is booked the hell up. All right, let me go ahead and give you that. Hold on, let me go back to one. Let me see. Garland. Yeah, it's raining. Garland clamshell grill. Let me go ahead and pull one of these up. And just so you know, the tech guys are also available Partstown and everywhere else. No, I don't want that. No, I don't want the damn manuals. I'm gonna just go right to Garland Range. Hold on a second, doing this on the fly. I might have lost it. Hold on a second. My apps, we just went over this. We just went over that. So they automatically, you can do it your own way, but they automatically tell you, they say you can add on to the labor guide, an additional hour for the other parts. Because realistically, my apps, realistically, you're not going to be working on something in a completely unrelated area of that equipment. Just like when you saw me working on that dishwasher, right? Everything was in that same area. So I just priced out everything in that area. Do you just add the labor hours? Yeah, you just add the labor hours. They already told you. They said if it's additional thing, add another hour. So you're going to go according to whatever takes the longest, whatever is the highest charge, and then you're going to add another hour to that for the additional item. Because usually my apps, when you're working on this kind of stuff, it's already going to be some kind of like assembly. When it gets to be a lot of work, you could typically order some of that stuff as an assembly. They don't want you spending hours doing the work. You spending hours equates to unbelievably high labor charges. Not that you would know how to do that just yet, but as you can see by my competitors, the manufacturers themselves, they're charging $4,000 and $5,000 to fix this equipment. So you're in no danger of being overpriced. There's not going to be someone else coming behind you and then undercutting you. It doesn't work that way. Doesn't work that way. All right, so let me accept all of these. And oh yeah, there's the Garland service training. Warranty. And hold on, where the hell's the labor guide? I think it's under claim. No, then maybe it is under labor. Download the warranty. I think that's gonna be it. All right, let's see if this. No, this is only one page. Where the hell is it? What the hell is it? Oh yeah, and all the books that I have, they actually are. You can actually print them out. If you want the Garland training book, Garland and let's see here. Yeah, here we go. Counter broiler. You can actually go ahead and get the service manual. Oh, they took that off. Hold on, they took that off. Let me go service manual. There's more than one way to skin a cat. All right, so here's all the service manuals. Here's the ones for the fryers. Counter. Here's the griddle. Let me see if I can find the clamshell griddle. So is there convection oven, double oven? There's the countertop. Yeah, I don't know why they try to make this stuff so hard to find. I guess they want you to call them up. I guess they want you to call them up and get some of this stuff. I might have to go in there into the actual clamshell stuff and get it. But everything, see, as you can see, everything is here. That's the owners. I don't want to go into the owners instruction manual. All right, let me go back up. These are the install guides. Now, they never put how long it takes to install a unit under the damn install guidelines. Instruction for install and use. I want the service sheet. Oh yeah, it is really coming down out there. User manual. I don't want the damn user manual. I want the tech guides to come down some more. There we go. There's some service manual. Oh, there's my clamshell. You know, sometimes they play with this. Oh, you guys can see that. Sometimes they play with this kind of stuff. So here it is. Here is the beloved clamshell grill guide. So this is your Cadillac, your Lexus, your Maybach. This is the top of the line when it comes to griddles, should I say. So you have the clamshell griddle. There's about 4 or 5 companies out there that have one. And the numbers are growing every month where somebody else come out with their clamshell griddle. So that the idea behind it is that you're cooking not only on the griddle, But there's a second. These are called platens. As I said, 3 platens here, and there's a heat source in the top platen. So when it doesn't matter what the bottom is. It could be gas. It could be gas. It could be steam. It could be electric. The platen at the top is always going to be electric. Platen at the top is always going to be electric. They just can't work out any other way to get that top hot any other way. So McDonald's, Wendy's, so many locations are using the clamshell, and at universities, hospitals, schools, and it does cut down the time, damn near like a microwave. It cuts down the time. Something that would take 15 minutes now only takes 3 minutes, if 3 minutes. And so now they no longer have to flip the food, because it is cooking it from above and below. And then they have a non-stick sheet that covers the platen at the top. And so it's less cleaning, and you don't have to worry about food sticking. When they cook fish and things like that, they don't have to worry about the fish breaking apart and constantly flipping and turning it. No, it is all done all at one time. And what I'm actually doing here is I'm trying to go up so I can try to find some labor guides, because this, in my opinion, combi ovens are kind of finicky, and then you got the clamshell grill. The clamshell, I would place clamshell grill as the number 1 finicky item, and then combi oven is number 2, because you have it where the damn platen tries to come down, it doesn't meet the right requirements, and then the damn thing goes right back up. You have all kind of other error codes that come up. So it would be combi oven, clamshell grill, and then the millivolt fryers. Millivolt fryers will be 3rd on that damn list. No other items has more boards and programming than the damn clamshell grill. Clamshell grill has all those freaking boards. Yeah, so they determine hood height. You got to program all that stuff in there. Thermocouple calibration. And then here's your gap. They all come with a tool to adjust it. And then they have their programming. You got to, if you don't know the code, you can't get in there and do a damn thing with it. That's why nobody wants to touch Taylor. So if you are not authorized to work with the Taylor clamshell grill, you are dead in the water. There is zero you can do with that unit without the codes. And you can't call tech support. You can't negotiate with them. Nothing you can do. All right, let me see what we got here. I'm just at page 60. I'm trying to find some labor guides. I don't think it's going to be under here. But as you can see, what I'm going through, they cover all these different things. If the product is too thin, if it's not prepared correctly, if it's, you got improper run size too high, all that kind of stuff. It's going to cover every single part of this damn thing is covered. You don't have to worry about that. I really wanted to show y'all. Here, I'll just show you another labor guide again. Let me show you a Hoshizaki. Let me show you a Hoshizaki labor guide. Let's see here. Resources. service and support. Parts lookup, manuals. There it is. Registration and warranty. Here's a warranty guide. I don't think my stuff still works. Oh, it does work. All right. I didn't think that would work. Let's see what that. Oh, damn. I think that was it. Hold on. Let me go back. Catalog and price guide. No, that's not either. That's not what I'm looking for. Hold on. Let me see if I go on the ice machines. Brochures and sheets, print on demand. I don't want the print on demand. I don't want to email them. Manual guides, training, certain. Let me see if it's under here. Damn, you keep bringing me to the same parts. All right, I'm gonna have to Google it then. Hold on, bear with me 1 second. Oh, I think they got it on the manuals. I think that's what it is. As you can see, I really don't look this kind of stuff up. I really don't look this stuff up. But Hoshizaki they have everything that you would do. They have a pricing guide. They've actually made so many changes. They made so many changes, man. All right, let me go to Continental. Continental refrigeration. I know Continental will be warranty forms. And there's the labor. I don't want to. All right, so here we go. And once again, like I said, don't feel like you're stuck. All you have to do is see how Continental just includes it with their paperwork. They just include it with every damn thing. If you need it, all you have to do is email them. Anybody, Hoshizaki, True, every, Frymaster, they all have a warranty labor guide. And then you just adjust the numbers to fit what you need. Because these are just the hours that it takes to do something. See, so to diagnose and replace a defective compressor, 5 hours. And this is from Continental Refrigeration. Diagnose and replace the defective evaporator coil, 5 hours. So let's see what they say about adding. If you got to do the 2, I mean, typically, like they said, typically you're going to add in like another hour. So if you're going to do the evaporator and, see, just like they got here. If a second tech is needed, he will be covered at half the rate and half the travel of the primary tech. Now, this is just when you're billing the factory. You can go up from there. The factory is the bare bottom. That is the bare bones charge that you're looking at. 90% of what you're going to be doing out there is going to be COD. You guys are not going to be doing warranty charges. This equipment does not break like that. This equipment, when it breaks, is going to break after the warranty period is up. So how my business works is I do the occasional warranty and then they send me all the overflow. Anything that happens once the warranty is up, that's when they go ahead and give me that referral. So here, this is not a Solatech. I got a whole bunch of them in the garage, but see, if you need to diagnose and replace the controller, right. So take out the Solatech and then replace it with the Corel. Here's a Corel right here. The Corel retro conversion kit, they're paying you 3.5 hours. They're seeing 3.5 hours to go ahead and do this. This is what's involved. This is for everything is labeled. For the fan, the compressor, right? Line in. And then for your temperature gauge, for your sensors. That doesn't take 3.5 hours. That doesn't take 3.5 hours. So like I said, that is very generous. You know, occasionally you can cover, so if you're going to add in a couple of extra hours, what I'm trying to tell you is that as long as you are near these numbers, the factory will back you up. It's nice for you to charge a customer and then call the factory and say, hey, this guy you sent me, he charged me 4 hours to change this controller. I don't think that's right. And the factory say, well, man, we when he does the work for us, we pay him 3.5 hours. So if he had to go ahead and defrost a unit and do some other stuff and, you know, move some stuff around, I could see him charging 4 hours. So you'll have the factory back him up versus you charge somebody 6 hours on a job and they say, well, we only charge 3.5. It had to be a lot of stuff for him to get involved. You know, well, send us some pictures or we'll call that tech. We'll find out. It just alleviates all the BS. When you're close to them, you could just add, if you want to make it $300 an hour, you could make it $300 an hour. If you want to make it a $500 service call fee, and then like what's the name? They're damn near $8 a mile. Like in my city, one of the manufacturers, one of the service companies is $8 a mile. So I thought mine was rough at $3.50 a mile. They are $8 a mile. They're $8 a mile. So these are you guys saw me go ahead and do that. This is for Continental. Diagnose and replace the evaporator fan motor. 3 hours. 3 hours. 4 damn screws. 2 wires. 3 hours. I think that is very reasonable. And once again, you are in full control over your service call fee. You are full control over your travel time, what you're charging, your mileage, what you're charging. You're in full control over your labor rate. So once again, if you are charging $350 an hour, they're saying, hey, it's 3 hours to do that job. So at $350 an hour, $500 service call fee, $8 a mile, travel, knock yourself out. So they're not going to say anything about what you're charging, but it's nice to have them back you up with the labor. And this becomes a lot easier for you to then take this, take these basic numbers, right? And you already have it here. And so when you're trying to negotiate with the customer, you're trying to explain to them what you got to do. See, like diagnose and replace the hot gas loop, 3.5 hours. Excuse me. So you can already have this with your labor rate on there if you would like. So some of the things that is done in this industry on this side of the fence is that we give our existing customers a service book, and we'll already have like the labor rate, and then you just print out the labor rate on top of each one of these labor guides. And then they already know. It's just like, hey Mike, we got a problem with with that fridge. We need you to go ahead and take care of it. When accounting calls you or when somebody else calls you, they say, hey, yeah, what'd you have to do over there? Oh, yeah, we had to go ahead and change the evaporator on that Continental. All right, cool. They already know these are the numbers that they had agreed to, right? They agreed to your service call fee. They agreed to your travel time. They agreed to your mileage rate. And now everything is just spelled out. Everything is spelled out for them. Let me see here. Let me see if I can get one with VOLRAF. Everyone has it. Pretty sure VOLRAF has a labor. Oh yeah, I'd have to log in. I'd have to log in to get my damn labor. VOLRAF does have one, but I have to log in to get it. Brand guidelines, spare parts. Let me see here. Hold on, what you guys can't see, I'm downloading the sheet. They have everything. They have everything here. VOLRAF also has like how long it takes to hold on 1 second. Let me drop this and let me add so you can see what I'm looking at. Like I said before, all you have to do is call these people. Stop that. Let me add this screen. Oh, 1 second. I think this is it. All right, good. You guys can see it. So this is from VOLRAF. I'm trying to get through what is marketing and what is labor rate guide. But they also have labor. Everyone has a labor rate guide. Oh, that's their marketing bullshit. Hold on. That's their marketing. Let's see if I can find one from PrimeMaster. Everyone has it. Everyone has one. Let me see if it's under warranty claim. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a pain in the ass. Taco Bell, parts and warranty. Right back to where the hell I was. Warranty registration, serial number search. Oh, this is gonna make it hard. Let me see here. Training. No, I don't want the damn training. Hold on a second. Once again, bringing back to claim. Service videos. There's some manuals for McDonald's. Let me Google this. Like I said, when you're doing this in advance, you have plenty enough time to email them or even call them. See, they have all this stuff. This is where it's getting the numbers from. They're actually getting this from PrimeMaster. So 2.5 hours, a non-filtering system with a fry pot replacement. With the filter, 4.5 hours. High limit, 1 hour. Computer replacement, 1 hour. Yeah, all that's generous. All that's generous. Now, this high limit thermostat, yeah, yes, you might have some stuff to move around. You might have to remove the oil. That's not including that in these kind of numbers. And the people that you're dealing with, they're going to be very well aware. Diagnosis and repair, but it does not include the travel time. Nope. Damn, it takes me right back to the same damn page. Oh well, but you guys get the idea. This stuff is out here. The labor guide is out there. So I can go back to the tried and true. Manitowoc is out there. Isomatic is out there. Don't enough time. Like I said, everything is there. My apps, like they said, if it's to diagnose or repair more than one item, use the highest time for the single repair. And then you're going to add an additional hour for the second. Usually, if you got to do more than one thing, you're probably going to be putting in some kind of like an assembly or kit. Once I take off the side, if I need to go ahead and change the door springs on that dishwasher, the side is already off. It's only another 4 screws to take off the other side and change the other one. And those are going to take you all of 5-10 minutes, any damn way. Unfortunately, I have never, I haven't seen a labor guide on, let me see if I can find one, on a dishwasher. Industries warranty. Dishwashers are usually the most lenient in the industry any damn way when it comes far as why would there be? There's no damn thermostat on no damn Champion. Yeah, there's not. They don't have one that you can find. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. They don't have one that you can find, but they do have these things listed. They have all the tech guides, troubleshooting guides. This is where all the parts are located, where everything is. It's just that they usually give you, on the dishwashers, they usually give you whatever time you need to go ahead and do whatever's necessary. So if you're going to be messing around with dishwashers anyway, you're just going to be billing for your time. So I wouldn't bother with giving them numbers up front anyway on the dishwashers. It's going to be all after the fact, after you are completely done with these units, because you're not billing the same way you did with residential. It's two different animals. All right, about this time of the show, oh yeah, there's the troubleshooting. I'd like to thank everybody who has contributed to the show from last week. I am going to have some tech support guides. How's this? I think I'm gonna have one for Manitowoc, and I'll have one for Isomatic. Let's see if they got anything as far as labor guide. Let me go jump all the way down to 70. all the schematics, plumbing. Let's see here. No, because dishwashers a different animal. If you need it, they will send you, and that goes with all the manufacturers. If you need a labor guide, they will go ahead. They will gladly send you that damn labor guide. Because what they do is they mainly go off of the factory assembly times. Let's see what we got here. All right, so I want to thank, hold on a second. Got to thank the contributors to the show. We got here. Hold on a second. Let's take me. Michael Adams, thank you very much for contributing to the show. Let me see if I got him. Where is he at? Hold on. We have Michael Adams that contributed to the show. Thank you very much. Consistent contributor. Najee Johnson contributed to the show. Thank you very much. We had CD, CEO Jakes. Hold on a second. Let me see here if we got a contractor. You out of here, man? Oh, brother, no problem. No problem. We're happy to do it. I just want to make sure you guys knew that you can go ahead and get the information from the factory that they're typically going to have these the labor guides. Oh, I know what I need to do. Hold on. Let me go to not rationale. Let me go to anything. Let me clear these. Stop that, and we'll add in some stuff with Henny Penny. Let's see what the hell Henny Penny got going on. Oh, good. One second. All right, Henny Penny, let me log in. Should be on resources. There's tech support information, where to buy, distributors, technical training. Oh, log in for cyber training. Oh, and if you guys would like to contribute by way of Chime and what the hell are these different ones? So I have Cash App, PayPal, Chime, and Crack. I gotta start putting that stuff up there if you guys would like to contribute by that way or through any type of referrals. So I got a number of different referrals that you guys can contribute in that way as well. All right, so hold on, let me see here where the classes are. All right, let's see what pops up. All right, there we go. All right, so October of next month at the headquarters, you have a class. Live in session. What is this? Level 2 technical training. So it's a 2-day class with Henny Penny. Let me see if I can get in there. I think this 2-day class is going to be, my guess is it's just going to be the fryers. They're making all kind of, I don't know what the hell a level 2 is. I don't know what in the hell a level 2 is. All right, let me go back because I'm going to add this one to the list. All right, hold on. 2. So these classes are going to be in Eaton, Ohio. Eaton, Ohio is where you're going to go to at the Henny Penny Training Center. Oh, now it doesn't want to come up. What the hell? I guess I got to do self-assign. So they've done a little something different with their system. So this is, how many of you are familiar with Henny Penny? Let me know in the chat if you guys are familiar with Henny Penny. Over all this stuff and clearing some of the things off my screen. So Henny Penny is a major player in the industry. You're going to find them in places like Chick-fil-A. You will find them in Kentucky Fried Chicken. You'll find them in Dave's Hot Chicken. You'll find them in a large number of locations. I want to say, when it comes to cooking large protein, Henny Penny is now the deep fryer of choice. Frymaster is the fryer when it comes to making French fries. So the fryer that makes the crispy McDonald's French fries that typically, like 90% of the time, it is a Frymaster. You occasionally might see damn, it just escaped my mind. You might occasionally see what's the name about Ultra Fryer? Damn. Oh man, I forgot their damn name. But when it comes to like really cooking chicken and getting it cooked rapidly, your go-to fryer with Jollibees and that kind of stuff, pressure fryers and whatnot, is going to be Henny Penny. So Chick-fil-A uses Henny Penny as well. All right, let me get in there. Let me show you some of the stuff with it. But yeah, you would have to go. You got to get approval, and then you got to go fly to Eaton, Ohio, for the training classes. So here's some of their stuff. The pressure fryers, they got 2 types. So this one where you manually crank down, and then they have an automatic fryer. Come on, man. Oh, good. This is what the level 2 is. Good. Man. So it's in person. Okay. All right. So the level 2 is going to cover the open fryer, the pressure fryer, and their combi oven, the Flex Fusion combi oven. So the technicians who have less than 5 years They're looking for you. Let's see here. They're going to show you how to troubleshoot it. You're going to get some hands-on troubleshooting experience. Pass or fail. So 80 or above is required. Level 2 certs. Okay, so if you want to go to, all right, so level 2, I don't know if they're requiring level 1. Yeah, so technician must finish up with level 1 before they can go to level 2. This class in Eaton, Ohio in October, it is a level 2. So you got to do the online stuff. So you got to do one with the Velocity Fryer online class, the 4-head, the 8-head. So that's the shelves. Then the Love Fryer, that's for McDonald's. The Love 3. The Love Gas or the Love Electric. And then you have to do the Flex Fusion Combi and the, what is this, the Holden Cabinet? Yeah, the Holden Cabinet 600 Learning Path. All that stuff is online. So I don't have this in mind. I go to my library. Let me see what I got in my library. I got to go over some basics again with mine. A lot of my stuff is expired. Yeah, I need to go ahead and do. I used to have a number of customers with the PFG 691. That's the pressure fryer gas, the 691. And then you have to do this online portion. You have to pass that. Once you pass all these online classes, you have to do them every year. And once you do that, then they'll allow you to go ahead and take the classes. So you have all these different certificates and training. KFC is one of them. So there was a KFC class. That was the 2-day class. And then mine is now expired. So I got to do a lot of this stuff over again. The Velocity class. Yeah, all of my stuff I think is expired. Yeah, all of my stuff. So, like I said, I got to do the pressure fryer gauge exam. You have to do that annually. That teaches you how to check for cracks and things like that on the unit. So let me show you this stuff. And the KFC, let me show you this. So these are nice. It allows you to uh-oh. Were you guys able to see that, or was it just a black screen the whole damn time? Shoot. One second. Yeah, thank you, Brother Frank. I appreciate that. Uh-oh. Hold on. Yeah, so they will give you certificates like this. So this is the type of stuff that I then would give to a KFC franchise location. Sorry about that. I don't know why that stuff is slipping. But yeah, Brother Frank, Brother Frank is always too kind, brother. But yeah, I am going to let you guys enjoy the rest of your holiday. And if there's any other training, you guys definitely let me know what other training courses you guys are interested in. Like I said before, the video that you see, it's it's going to include a lot more than I've ever put on in the past. You're going to have the tankless water heaters on here. So you're going to have tankless water heaters. I'll probably try to include Rheem, Bosch, and the Korean one. Now I'm gonna do a separate one with the different conventions. So like I said, the conventions come around once a year, just like you have AHR. Hold on 1 second. Let me show you guys AHR. So yeah, it's in Vegas. Did I miss the? So this is where you're just going to see the tools. You're not going to meet up with any customers at AHR. This is just where all the tools are going to be at. Gauges, your different controllers. Those companies are going to be there. Dan Foss is there. All those kind of people are there. Okay, so it's Vegas next year, February. Then as you see, January it's going to be Chicago, 2027. That's just how this stuff rotates around. And then it'll probably go back to Orlando. Yeah, Vegas, Chicago, Orlando, then back to Chicago, then Vegas. It just rotates that way. So you're going to have you have AHR, you're going to have the ISSA Clean Show, you're going to have Rhythma. So you're gonna have a lot of different shows that come up, and this is just a show that they're gonna cover torches, they're gonna cover tool bags. Milwaukee is gonna be there. Klein is gonna be there. Navac will be there. Yellow Jackets, all those different vendors are going to be there. Hillmore, because the guys are wearing the Hillmore t-shirts right there. And then on top of that, Bosch is there, Navien is there, Daikin is there, all those kind of people are there. If that's something that you're into, that's a nice little trip to get away once a year. So I will put together a little something with those dates when they come up. The ice cream show. It should be Rhythma 2026. Hold on a second. Well, I'll put it together for you guys. Other than that, thank you, Brother Frank.
How good of you to join us.
Once again, anything else you guys want to talk about, put it in the comment section. It is always a great help to the channel. We are almost at 1,000 subscribers. We got about 800 and something. We have about 800 and let me see if I could find. Let me see if I could find it. Yeah, we have 866 subscribers. So we are almost at 1,000. Almost at 1,000. So the live shows that I've been putting on, I get more subscribers from those lives than I do when I do this, showing you guys the business, telling you who to call for, all that kind of stuff. I get more subscribers on those than anything. Bizarre. Just bizarre. But with that, I'm gonna see you guys later. But yeah, please subscribe to the show. Subscribe to the channel. And double check, because sometimes YouTube will unsubscribe you. YouTube will unsubscribe you. YouTube will make it so you don't have the bell. The bell needs to be on all. Once you put the bell on all, you'll get notified every time I do a video. And with that, I'll catch you guys later. Oh.